Well, g'day YouTube. It's Australia Day today, 26th of January, and I've just done two videos for Facebook. Now you get the pleasure of seeing me and hearing me. I'm going to be singing a song called Song of Australia, made most famous by Peter Dawson, who sang it probably over 100 years ago now. And I haven't heard others do a decent rendition of it, and I probably won't either. I'll be singing a cappella and in my house, so I'm not expecting a lot from this recording, but it's a lovely song and I hope you enjoy it, particularly if you're Australian, that you enjoy the enjoy rejoicing and celebrating this wonderful country that we live in. Anyway, here we go. There is a land where summer skies are gleaming with 1,000 eyes, blending in witching harmonies in harmonies. And grassy knoll and forest height are flushing in the rosy light, and all above is azure bright. Australia, Australia, Australia. There is a land where honey flows, where laughing corn luxuriant grows, land of the myrtle and the rose, Australia. On hill and plain the clustering vine is gushing out with purple wine, and cups are quaffed to thee and thine. Australia, Australia, Australia. There is a land where treasures shine deep in the dark unfathomed mine, for worshippers at Mammon shrine, at Mammon shrine. Where gold lies hid and rubies gleam, and fabled wealth no more doth seem, the idle fancy of a dream. Australia, Australia, Australia. There is a land where homesteads peep from sunny plain and woodland steep, and love and joy bright vigils keep, bright vigils keep. Where the glad voice of childish glee is mingling with the melody of nature's hidden minstrelsy. Australia, Australia, Australia. There is a land where floating free from mountain top to girdling sea, a proud flag waves exultingly, exultingly. And freedom's sons the banner bear, no shackled slave can breathe the air, and fairest of Britain's daughters fair. Australia, Australia, Australia. And as promised, I mucked it up a little bit, but that's the original words written by back in 1859, written by, give me a second, Carleston, and it was one of the songs proposed as Australia's national anthem to replace God Save the Queen back, well, I don't know, decades ago now. I don't remember the date of that one. I think it was before I was born, or I was quite young when that occurred, and instead of that song we had Advance Australia Fair by Peter Dobbs McCormick, with some of the words changed and one verse dropped out that gave too much credit to Britain, I think, and probably rightly so. I think we've got a decent national anthem. That is another song that people look at and think, wow, I wish that had have been the national anthem. I'm not so sure. Great song. I'm not sure it's appropriate as a national anthem, but I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that restores your love for that song, or introduces you to it if you've never heard it before, and helps you rejoice in how great Australia is. I love my country. I think Australia is the greatest country on earth, and on this day, Australia Day, that's one of the things that I focus on, is how great this country is and the freedom that's mentioned in that song, the freedom that we have, that sometimes we have to fight for. And that's looked at as a bad thing now, that sometimes you have to fight. But the day is fast coming when fight will be necessary to maintain freedom, and if we don't fight now with the peaceful means that are available to us, it may mean that we have to fight with unpeaceful means in the future, and I hope that day never comes, but there are those who are using violence and getting away with it to fight against freedom. And to maintain freedom, we may have to rise up and fight back. And I am not in any means advocating violence as a good thing. It is not. But sometimes violence is necessary to combat evil. And I hope that Australia never sees that. But it looks to me as though we are heading in that direction, and I hope we stop before we get there. Anyway, I love Australia. Happy Australia Day.